Good morning, student. As we had started chapter 1, the last lesson of your Flamingo book in previous class. In previous class, we had read about the author and the Prussian War and many other things related to the chapter. We had seen some images also. I think up to there, everything will be clear to you. So today we'll start the chapter's explanation. So before starting the explanation, I will tell you the meaning of some expressions which is given in the starting of your chapter. The first one is in great dread of. In great dread of means a feeling of great fear about something that might or will happen in future. It means when we are sure or when we are having a feeling, when we are having an intuition that something will be going to happen in the future. As in this chapter, Franz is having a feeling of scolding by his teacher. Second one is counted on. Counted on means to trust somebody to do something or to be sure that something will happen. It means in the previous one we had shared that we have some feeling, but in this counted on it means when we trust somebody to do something or to be sure that something will happen, when we don't have intuition, when we are sure about it. Third one is thumb at the edges. Thumb at the edges means to touch something with your thumb or thumbs. For instance, here the edge of the old printer. ऐसी कोई चीज़ जिसे आप थंब से टच करें, थंब से ऐसे करके टच करें तो क्या होगा? Thumb, that will be called thumb at the edges. In unison means to do or say something at the same time. Here repeating the lesson at the same time. It is related with the repeating of the lesson at the same time here. Fifth one is a great bustle. A great bustle. Extremely very busy and very noisy activity. It means when there is a lot of noise in the class or when some activity is going on and there is a lot of noise there, that is called a great bustle. For instance, here tumult before opening of the school, and here in this chapter it is used for the situation in the morning of the school. When we go to school before before the prayer, there was some kind of noise there. As the children talk, they remove their desk, many types of noise there. That is called a great bustle. Next one is reproach ourselves with. Reproach ourselves with means to blame or criticize somebody for something that they have done or not done, because you are disappointed in them. So it means when we are disappointed with someone that he has not done this one, when we have some hopes regarding with that person, so when that person doesn't do that, so we blame or criticize to that one. So that is called reproach ourselves with. So here the expressions are over, and now we're starting our chapter's explanation. I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because Hamel had said that he would question us on participles. Now, there is a question in your mind, who is I here? I is the narrator in the chapter. So, narrator is a small boy, or you can say a young boy, and that name is Franz. That name is Franz. He started for school very late that morning. It means he was already late for the school in the morning, and he was in a great dread. He was in a great fear of scolding. He was thinking that as he was late, so his teacher, his master, Mr. Hamel will scold him, especially because Mr. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles. And why he was a fear of scolding? Because Mr. Hamel had given some special kind of homework that based on participles, and I did not know the first word about them. And Franz, who is the narrator of the chapter, he is saying that he doesn't know the first word about the participles. For a moment, I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. For a moment, when we don't do anything and when we are having some kind of fear that our teacher will scold us, so here the same feeling with coming in the mind of that young boy, that you can say, so for a moment when we are disturbed, so we think that as a moment he also thought of running away from the school and spending the day out of the doors. It means now he wanted to spend the day out of the school. It was so warm, so bright. The day was warm, it was bright, it was very clear. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and the birds were chirping at the edge of the wood. And in the open field back of the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. And as he was listening the chirping of the bird from the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill, there was a sawmill, and behind of that sawmill the Prussian soldiers were drilling, as the France have lost the war and Prussian soldiers have entered there, they have took over now. So they were drilling, they were doing some kind of practice there. It was all much more tempting than the rule for participles. And all the scenic beauty, all the things which were going outside the school, they were so tempting, that they were so attracting for that small boy than the rule for participles, because participles were little bored for him. But I had the strength to resist. But somehow he controlled himself and hurried off to school and started running to school there. When I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. When the narrator passed the town hall, he saw a crowd in front of the bulletin board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. And from that bulletin board, from that news board, you can say that from that board, almost last 2 years, each bad news was coming there. Everything bad they were listening from that board. The lost battles, the draft, the order of the commanding officer. And I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? And he thought to himself, he was thinking himself in his mind without stopping. He was not stopped there, he was just moving from there, and he thought in his mind that what can be the matter now? What is the situation now? What is going to, which bad news is coming to us now? As we have intuition, if we are getting every bad news from some kind of corner, some kind of news, some kind of bulletin board, so we have the same intuition like the boy, and the friends also having same intuition that which bad news is coming to us now. Then, as I hurried by as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watcher who was there with his apprentice reading the bulletin called after me, "Don't go so fast, Bub. You will get to school in plenty of time." As the narrator was passing there, as Franz was passing from the bulletin board, he was not any intention to stand there and see the bulletin board, because he was thinking that always each and every bad news is coming there, so it is also some bad news. So he doesn't have any intention to stay there. And as he was passing from there, suddenly a blacksmith and a watcher who was there in the crowd with his apprentice. Apprentice means with his, where they were on the training. Apprentice is called a type of training, and they were reading the bulletin board there. They called after me. They called the friend. They called out friends. Don't go so fast. Bub. Bub means here maybe a little boy. So they said him, don't go so fast. There is a plenty of time to go to school. It means you have no need to make hurry to school. There is a enough time to go to school. I thought he was making fun of me. And as a human being, when somebody tell us that there's a already we know that we are late to school, and if somebody make comment on us, if somebody says something like that, okay, there is a lot of time in go to school, so we thought that they are commenting us, they are making fun of us. Same feeling with coming to the friends, that he was making fun of me, and reached Hammel's little garden all out of breath. And he doesn't listen them and reached as fast as he could reach there to the little garden of Mr. Hamel, all out of breath. It means he was, you can say that he was panting there as he was running. That's why he was panting there. Usually, when school began, there was a great bustle. And usually, when school started in the morning, there was a great bustle. There was a great noise which could be heard out in the street, and that noise was so loud that each or every one can hear that noise in the street. The opening and closing of desk. Some student remove the desk, some they open the desk, some they close the desk. Lessons repeated in unison. Lesson means some kind of prayer they repeat in group. Unison means group. Very loud, with our hands over our ears to understand better. And the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. And जो teachers का जो ruler होता है, that type of sound came from the ruler. But now it was all so still. But today morning is very awkward, because today everything is very silent. No sound is coming from there. I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen. But of course, that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. And I had counted. I was sure that I will go to my desk without being seen to anyone. But of course, that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. And that day everything was silent. No noise was there already in there, and everyone. Though the window, I saw my classmate. Through the window. Through the window, friends had seen his classmate. They were already in their places. They have already sat down on their desk. And Mr. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. And Mr. Hamel, he was walking up and down. ऊपर नीचे जा रहे थे ऐसे करके, वहाँ पे क्योंकि सीढ़ियाँ थी, तो he was walking up and down. जो सीट्स थी, आपने देखा होगा ऑडिटोरियम में भी सीट्स होती हैं, तो वो ऊपर लगी होती हैं सीक्वेंस में, तो सबकी सीट्स ऐसे ही ऊपर सीक्वेंस में थी वहाँ पर. तो ही वॉज गोइंग अप एंड डाउन विद हिज टेरिबल आयरन रूलर अंडर हिज आर्म. आई हैड टू ओपन द डोर and go in before everybody. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. And Franz was thinking in his mind that he had to open the door without noticed by anyone. Before everybody would see him, he had to go inside the class. And you can imagine, now he is sharing his condition, that you can imagine how I blushed, how I was feeling embarrassed, and how frightened I was. He was so frightened, he was so embarrassed that today also he was late in the class. But nothing happened. Mr. Hamel saw me and said very kindly, "Go to your place quickly, little Franz. We were beginning without you." But today the things were very surprising for me. Because Mr. Hamel saw him and didn't say anything to him. And he say very politely, very kindly, he told him that, "Go to your place quickly, little friends." and we were starting the class without you. So this was the part 1 of our chapter, the last lesson. Next explanation will continue in our next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and subscribe the channel for more updates. If you like the video, then hit the like button also. Thank you.